people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. As you all know, sharing is caring. So today I'm back here with a part 2 of lessons I've learned in my 20 years of living. Sorry it has stayed for too long, and thank you for the support that you have given me on that video. So we're gonna start off with the 11th lesson that I had spoken about on my previous video, which is before you commit, heal your traumas first. Traumas are things that make us act as a certain type of way. Sometimes you might not know of them, sometimes you might know of them. So if you know you're suffering from anything, whether it is trust issues, anger issues, abandonment issues, heal them first before you commit, because if you commit, you'll just go into that situation or relationship or friendship with baggages that you might burden the other person. The 12th lesson I learned is lower your expectation to avoid being hurt. This is just as simple as I have just said it, because sometimes we expect so much from people that even they can't be able to match up to our expectation. That is wrong. And expectation might be as the simplest thing as you just want something from someone and you haven't communicated. If you are expecting a certain thing from a certain person, first thing you should do is communicate of what you want, because people are not angels at the end of the day. So if you're expecting them to be a certain type of way, them to be present in certain situation or in certain places or doing something to you, you should communicate. At the end of the day, we are not angels. We need to know what you expect from us so that we can be there and come up. The 13th lesson I learned: lower your expectation, but don't settle for less. It's just as it is. So even though we lower expectation, we should not, if you think you deserve a certain thing, no matter who or no matter what comes up, you deserve that. If you know you do, you deserve that. Lowering your expectation does not mean that you accept any less of what you think you deserve. You deserve the best. Don't expect if you think you deserve 100, don't settle for 80 just because someone cannot give it to you. Give yourself what you deserve. After you communicate what you feel you deserve 100, and still they give you 80, it's time to walk and move on. It shows that they truly don't know your worth. And if you're staying around people who don't know your worth, it's kind of draining you. Yeah, you should move on, babes. Don't settle for less. Communicate what you want. Yeah. The other lesson I learned: love everyone, but don't be stupid to trust everybody. Trust is earned, not just given. Trust is not something that you'll just give everybody, because love is something that you can love anybody, because you can even meet a stranger and you feel some type of connection, but you can't trust them just because you feel connection. If they haven't earned your trust, don't trust anybody. That's basically it. You can't just go trust. That's why most people go ahead in trusting everybody and getting hurt. Don't trust everybody. Love everybody, but don't be stupid to trust them all. Learn to give yourself grace. This is something that we should be able to let it sink in. Give yourself grace. If you have put some goals or you want to do something and it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to be, it doesn't mean you should beat yourself all up because it hasn't come out the way you wanted. Something that you can't say to someone you love or care about, don't say it to yourself. You should love yourself, and that is one thing that if you love somebody else, you wouldn't tell them they're stupid. Don't say it to yourself that I'm stupid. You know what? I wasn't able to achieve this and this, so I'm stupid. No, you aren't. Maybe some things are not just meant to be. So give yourself grace. Whether you fail, you miss a mark, every time give yourself grace. What you can't say to someone you love or care about, don't say it to yourself. And another trick I learned to help yourself give yourself grace: whenever you feel down or feel bad about something you haven't been able to achieve, take a picture of your younger self. And if you could say mean thing to your younger self, you're not even fair to yourself. Look at your younger self. Tell that person positive things. Yes, we haven't been able to achieve this that we had planned to achieve, but there is always a next time. We are gonna work towards it, and that will enable yourself to give yourself grace even more. The other lesson I learned is don't make decision while in your feelings. This is just basically that don't make decision while you're angry or you're happy. We often we make promises when we are happy. Sometimes we don't even think about how those promises have repercussions. If you promise somebody to do something for them, you will have to do it, because we also say that promises are debt. So if you are happy, just think first before you make promises. And if you're sad, don't make decisions like major decisions. Also, it applies as well to making decisions when you're angry. When we are angry, we tend to talk some words are not reversible. Once you say them, they will be there. You can't reverse them. If you tell people mean things because you were just angry, you can't reverse those words. So we should always, me as I feel like I always, to make myself not make decisions when I'm angry, I tend to keep quiet and think over. Yeah, if you think through things, sometimes you'll see them from a different dimension, and that will help you to make decisions. Just refrain from making decisions when you are angry. Another lesson that I learned is it doesn't have to make sense to everybody as far as it makes sense to you. So most of us try to do things that make sense to everybody. You can't make sense to everybody. If those people who created internet at that time that there was no internet, they would have listened to everybody. Maybe they wouldn't have made internet to upgrade to where it is right now. But just because it made sense to them at that particular point is how they put in the work, the energy to make maybe websites, all of those, just because it made sense to them and not to everybody. Yeah, just do what feels like makes sense to you as far as it's good and it's not hurting anyone. Some people, other lesson, some people are just in your life for a season. Yeah, sometimes we try to hold on to people or to things that maybe have served their purpose, and that will make that thing or that person toxic, and you feel they're not coming through to you the way you would want them to come through. Some people are just in your life for a season. Yeah, that's just basically it. God will send people, or you will attract people who will help you through in that season. Not everybody is gonna be your ride or die. Some people are gonna be there when you're at your lowest. Some will be there when you're at your highest. As far as you are good and you are true to yourself, people who you deserve at that particular point or at that time of your season will come through for you. Another lesson I learned: if you conform to your current situation, you will never be flexible to move. If you are not where you want to be at that point and you feel comfortable with where you are, you will not be flexible to move. You will not, if it's where you are living, you're not comfortable, you don't like, you wouldn't picture yourself 10 years from now being in that position, and you feel comfortable where you're in there. I bet you me that you'll still be there even in those 10 years to come, because you are comfortable. Yes, be proud of where you are at that particular point of your journey, but also work towards where you want to be. Yeah. The last lesson, I think it's maybe the last one for now, is love every step in your journey or process, and don't compare yourself to anyone, because it will steal joy. If you are in a position where you feel you are in a process where you haven't achieved everything that you wanted to achieve, but you haven't achieved, but there are people who are at the same age, where there are people you know them, where you have the same age, but they are in a place where you wanna be in some years to come. It doesn't mean that you should compare your life to them. Maybe the journey is necessary for your growth, because you might be better than them, you might be even better than them. Yeah. If you constantly compare yourself to people, you'll not have the thought of being proud of yourself. And if you're not proud of yourself, not proud of the small movements that you take, you'll not be grateful, because there are people who would wish to be in a position where you are but are not there, and you should just be grateful. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you if you have come this far. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell me what you have learned. Tell me what you disagree with me, all in the comment section below. You can also follow me on Instagram to tell me what you wanna hear us talk about. Follow me on Instagram at Empress Juliana, on TikTok at Julie Empress. Yeah, thank you. Bye.